The black and white kind of algae spotting that's on the surface can be very difficult to remove. Block paved areas can be a little bit easier. The block paving isn't quite so dense as the patio slabs are more dense, and Indian sandstone is even more dense and can be even more difficult to remove the spotting. So what I'm going to show you is a way that you can get rid of this spotting, so you can clean it up and it will look like new. You can see how bad it is. So first of all, let's see how we get on cleaning it without treating it with anything, with just the pressure washer. So there we go. I've cleaned an area here. It's obviously a massive improvement, but there's still lots of black and white spots remaining here still. It's quite bad. Okay, so I'm going to treat the area with a chemical here called sodium hypochlorite. This is a really strong bleaching agent basically. So you notice I've got all the protective equipment, glasses, a pair of gloves. It's very important. It's quite a strong chemical, so it's really important to wear appropriate safety equipment. So what I do is I use 1 litre of this in a watering can. You can dilute it through the pressure washer, but I'll just show you this method. I usually put 1 litre into a watering can. This is a 12-litre watering can. I mean, I won't fill it up right to the brim. So let's say maybe 10 litres of water to 1 litre of the chemical. Let that sit there, and then when we come back to clean it, those spots should be much more easily removed. Once you've done it a few times, you soon get a feel for when you need a stronger solution. I use a mix like that for almost every job I do now. It just helps to make sure you get it absolutely as clean as you possibly can. It's give you confidence when you're cleaning anything. Now, in worst cases, once the area is already wet, you could even add a little bit of neat chemical to the area. I've got a scrubbing brush here. That's really good. You can even give it a bit of a scrub to help to get it into the surface before you clean it. But we'll see how we get on here, see what happens. I think this has turned out to be one of the toughest jobs that I've done really, in terms of black spots and trying to get it clean. A couple of reasons. Not only is it really dirty, but it's also having a problem with drainage. There's not very good drainage. So water was sitting there. The more I cleaned it, the more water was just sitting there. So I've had to leave it, let it dry out, and I've come back another day and I've swept as much of the debris away as I can. Despite my efforts previously, using a repeated dose of hypo solution, giving it a bit of a scrub, there's still areas where there's some black spots remaining. I'll just show you some areas over here. It's come up really quite clean. You can see some areas here, still got some black spots. They're quite bad with black spots still. There's some dirt on the surface, so I need to clean it and give it a rinse. So I'm going to give it a stronger dose this time again of the solution. I've used 5 litres this time of sodium hypochlorite and filled the watering can with water. So I'm going to water it on, and then I'm going to attack it with the lance here with a turbo nozzle. It's a pencil jet. It spins very rapidly. It's great for tough stains, anything that you really want to hit it hard. See how clean we can get it. So you can actually kind of see the sodium hypochlorite reacting to the dirt on the surface. Just foams a little bit white there. But we've got the results we wanted in the end. Come on, I'll give you a closer look. So we've removed all the black spots. You can see it's just kind of the texture of the slabs left over. So when you think back to what they were like before, it's a pretty incredible result. Really pleased with that. It's really brightened up the place. So it's probably worth mentioning that when the surface is wet, I'm trying to use the turbo lines to remove the spots. You can spend hours and hours trying to remove every tiny little black speck, but what you notice is if you let the surface dry out, some of the tiny remnants of the black algae spots that are there, once it dries out, the whole thing brightens up a lot more, and any remaining black spots are hardly even noticeable. I think you'll agree it's made quite a dramatic improvement on what it was before. So the customer even mentioned to me that they'd struggled before with the drainage problem when they'd tried to pressure wash it themselves. So I don't doubt that the customer's going to be really pleased with what we've achieved.